Live scoring was different than what I've ever encountered, just because in my school district, in high school, we never did that, or middle school or elementary school, I never heard of live scoring. So when I went into the school system to actually score the live scoring event, I was kind of excited, but kind of nervous too, because I'd never done that. And after seeing what the students got out of it, I knew that it was all worth it. So once the student was done, I was in the hallway waiting for them to come conference with me. And once they conferenced with me, I could see like the light bulbs go off in their head, because I was able to tell them what they did wrong in that moment. It was immediate feedback. And as a student, I know that I would have loved to have immediate feedback instead of waiting a whole year to see what I did wrong, because then you don't remember exactly what you did wrong. So I had students be like, "Oh, Morgan, Miss Morgan, I did wrong at that, and I can fix that for next time." So it's really cool to see what the students got out of that. And I know that they really liked having that one-on-one conference with someone who is older than them, and that they can kind of relate to. And then as a teacher, as a future teacher, I got out of that, that immediate feedback is very important for the student and for the teacher. So from that moment, if I was teaching that classroom, I could tell what they were struggling with and kind of go forward from that, like the next day or the next week. I wouldn't have to wait until next school year to say, "Oh, let's work on that then," because we can work on it now. But I had one incident. I had one student who came up to me, and that student had nothing on his paper. And at first I was kind of like, "Well, why don't you have anything on your paper?" And he proceeded to tell me that he had been struggling at home, in and out of foster care. Something had happened that morning, and he just could not focus on his schoolwork. And at first I was like, wow, like this is crazy that I'm actually getting to witness this, because I've always read about it, but I've never encountered that. And at that moment, I was able to provide like relational support to that student, because during an assessment, you don't have time to say, "Hey, here's the guidance counselor, I can take you down there." Like, you have to address that then. So being able to support him in his feelings then, and help him talk through and work through how we could change that to where he could succeed in the classroom, and finish that standardized test, was really cool for me to see.
Live scoring with elementary students at Marion County was a great experience for me as a future teacher. I got to see firsthand how important timely and clear feedback is for students. In these one-on-one conferencing sessions, we read the students' papers with them, we covered the rubric and explained each section to give students an idea of areas that they can improve on for the next time they go to write, as well as the areas that they did really well on. This was a great experience because they had the opportunity to ask questions, have a one-on-one, slowed down conferencing time, and this was really great for the school system too, because we were able to help get through several grades of students and the live scoring process, because there were several students across multiple elementary schools. I was a mentor for the first year experience class with the education department, and in collaboration with Ms. Blevins, I helped create a poster sessions presentation for the students in that class. In this session, the students were to find a topic in education they were passionate about, write a speech, and then create a poster demonstrating the research and the reasoning behind their topic in education. The students in the class presented their research and findings to the local school system administration, as well as faculty and staff from Campbellsville University. This was a great opportunity for the students because they were able to make connections with local school districts as well as faculty and staff at the university. As their mentor, I conferenced with students about their topics and asked them to explain their research and explain their findings and why they felt their topic was important in education, and it was a great experience for me to help organize such a large event, because we had 40 students in the class, and without Ms. Blevins it would have been really difficult to organize it all, but we had a really successful turnout, and I think everyone really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm Kiana, and I helped lead the freshman first class this past spring for all the freshman students that are education majors. So I was in charge of reading night, and we traveled to Marion County and put on a reading night for the students. But before that, we got to collaborate with all of the freshman students and decide what book we were going to focus on, how we were going to incorporate that into the reading night, what we were going to do for the students, and what the students could take away with it. So when we got to Marion County, we decorated the room to make it welcoming for the students. We had the book Crocopotamus playing on the smartboard screen, because that is the book that we focused on. So as the book opens, it's like a picture book, and so you can see like a hippo in the back of a shark and make it one animal. So the students got to be creative, and they got to name the animal whatever they wanted to name it, and just really be creative in their own way. And the students that were our freshmen got to walk around and just help the students in any way that they needed, help them be creative, and lead them that night. the parents that brought their children to the reading night got to travel from room to room with them and got to spend quality time with their students as they were reading and learning about literature, and just focusing on building up their children throughout their school years.
My name is David Kiger, and last spring I helped lead the first class mentor, and the project that I was in charge of was Math Night, and this took place at Marion County, and we worked with migrant families, so a lot of the students' parents didn't even speak English very well, but this day was designed so that they could come as long as their parents, and they could learn different strategies to help them with math. There's a time where the students left and they came with the college age group that I led, and they worked on my skills while the teachers met with the parents, and so they could help them work on different strategies and instructions and things like that. So I think that this event was beneficial for me because I gained experience with collaboration with teachers, also just working with people under me, the students. I supervised all the stations that we ran and helped with the curriculum. The students under me were able to get experience working with diverse learners, especially with English language learners. And then the school also had the opportunity to meet with parents, teach them strategies, while also their kids were able to have fun activities that could help build their math skills.